just had this parcel delivered, literally just come. Don't worry, I'm not going to do an unboxing on this. I can't stand unboxing videos myself, and I'm not going to do it. But I'll just explain the situation. When we go out to work, we leave little Kenny, our little Labrador, which is featured heavily on my channel. But we leave little Kenny. We shut him in the kitchen because it's the safest place for him. And we've had, since he was a pup, and we've done the same with Bella, we like to leave a little radio. We turn a radio on to some talking radio station. Yeah, Bella gets the world service on DAB, and it settles them down. They sort of don't fret so much about sort of noises and things. So I've been using this little Dijon radio, DE616. This one I reviewed this, well, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and yeah, it works pretty well. But what I found with this is it absolutely eats batteries. Been using AA batteries. And it just goes through them within about, say, 3 days. It's completely knocked out a set of batteries. So I decided to go to the local supermarket. You know, it's quite difficult now to buy a cheap little sort of AM radio. You know, it's all DAB now and everything else. But we didn't want to spend a lot of money because it's only going to be for while he's quite young. We probably won't use it after that. Anyway, they did have a cheap little AM FM radio. I think it was made by Polaroid or something. I don't know. But basically, it was like £18. And I said, no, I want to have a look at it. And I got it out of the box, and it was horrible. You know, I mean, this was a cheap radio. This came from China, but compared to this, it was really, really cheap, nasty plastic. Oh, you know, absolutely just horrible. Nothing, you know, nothing like this one. And I said to the missus, I'm not spending 18 quid on that. It is absolute. And she was like, well, if you don't get that, what else are you going to get? And I said, no, I'll get a radio. Oh, well, fine, you know, you know how it goes. Well, fine, you get a radio. So we came away with no radio and carried on putting batteries in this one, and it was kind of like, okay, well, it's down to me to get a radio. So anyway, went on to eBay, and I thought, well, I'll buy a used radio from eBay and get something a little bit sort of, you know, classy. Now, something that looks a little bit retro, but I cut a top limit of £20, £20 UK, not going to spend any more. And ended up, well, it was in this box, and ended up getting this for £17. So without further ado, I'm going to open it and show you what has arrived. And this is what is inside the box. This is a Bosch TR130 radio. Now, anyone that's of any age, you might remember that this radio, the original version of this is a reproduction. This was a reproduction that Bosch made in 2002. The original radio was a very, very big selling radio in probably the mid-60s. Just a little sort of, you know, transistor radio that you would carry around, listen to Radio Caroline and all of those sort of stations, Radio 1, all of those early DJs. And I think it's rather nice. And what I like about this, even though this is a later reproduction, and some say, you know, from the reviews that I've sort of read, some say it's not quite as nice on medium wave. It uses a cheaper speaker. I think the older radio had a much sort of larger speaker. This one uses a cheaper speaker, so it hasn't quite got the tonal quality. It's not a Hacker or Roberts or anything like that. But what I like about this is that they've kept the original design of the tuning display. The only difference being that I think the other one didn't have FM. I think along the bottom there was actually some pirate radio stations listed. Even on this one, I don't know if you can make that out. It actually has got Caroline listed, even though Caroline is sort of long since gone. But so yeah, this one's got long wave, medium wave, and FM. You've got two different sort of bands there on the medium wave. One tells you the stations, like on the old radio. I mean, Budapest on medium wave, but medium wave DX. Well, I'm not sure about that. But so on the modern one has got FM, whereas I say that did have a different tuning band. But they've kept the design completely the same as the 1960s original, which is, you know, really sort of quite well. And this is in pretty good condition. Right, without further ado, we'll switch it on. We'll have a little flick round the bands. Now I'm going to have to try and avoid any music, of course, because otherwise they'll mute this video like you wouldn't believe. So try and just stick to the talking stuff and see how we get on.
Media outlets were sort of portraying it as a van drives into a crowd of people, even though it had been classed as a terrorist act quite early on. It was sort of being seen something different. I think there was some anger about that. I get the feeling that's dissipated now, and people understand that it is being treated as a terrorist incident. And Theresa May said in her statement that it was just...
It wasn't being taken as seriously as perhaps the other events that we've seen this year.
Could that have been fueled by some of the comments on social media? Because we do now know the police were on the scene within 1 minute and declared it a terrorist incident within 8 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
So not a great deal, left on medium wave these days. You get a few talking sort of programs. But that's pretty. It's doing quite well. It's only got a sort of.
We're going to be reviewing. What are we doing?
In the Crystal Maze. Kevin is in the Crystal Maze.
Got a tone control, and that seems to work.
Chance, the new.
Seems to work quite well. Okay, we'll flick on to FM.
What else are we chatting around?
Say no external antenna, so not quite sure what the reception is going to be like. Indoor, of course. Let's have a little flick round.
Top Hat. I know it's not that one though.
No, it's called Flying Down to Rio. And one of the things I tend to see most when they show clips is an aerial ballet sequence with scantily clad women dancing on an aeroplane's wings. You seldom see that.
Yeah, those were the days.
Although the odd hen party on EasyJet to Magaluf can get out of hand.
This time, I'm telling you, I'm never, ever, ever getting
Not bad, not bad. So that's not too bad. It's slightly thinner. The sound is certainly not as mellow on FM. I think that's probably down to the small, cheap speaker. And as you bring your hand towards it, there is a little bit of sort of interference. Obviously, I say it hasn't got a external antenna, but that's not bad at all, actually. That's better than I expected, certainly the medium wave performance. Yeah, do you know, I probably would be tempted, as I think I said earlier, I would be tempted to maybe at some point in the future get an original TR130, which just had the medium wave and the long wave on it, and compare. Be quite interesting, I think, wouldn't it? But anyway, I think for Kenny, you know, just to keep Kenny amused whilst he's on his own in the house, I think job's a good one. Less than £20 delivered on eBay. There's quite a few of these around on eBay, actually. Yeah, a few of them have been knocked about a little bit. I don't think they stand up to too much sort of ill treatment. You know, they're not sort of that robust, really. But overall, yeah, it's not bad. Okay, well, I just thought I'd show you that. As I say, I can't do any other radio stuff in the chat. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget Fred in the Shed 2. You'll see a lot more videos on there in the next few weeks. And as for now, I'll say, yep, cheers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next one.